Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Magic discussion. And this time I'm going to be talking about Mass Effect First Contact War again. But this time, which is a part two, this time I'm going to be talking about a different format that this could be done in. And it will not be the same one as before, where I was talking about more or less still doing the cover shooter and putting it on mobile and having Mad Finger Games do that one. No. This time they could take the route of making a strategy game based on the Human Turian War, and otherwise known as the First Contact War. They could do that, which would be another awesome way to play it out, where you can order your troops around and deploy them to different areas and be under certain combat situations, certain conditions where certain things have to be taken in a number of hours. Not necessarily meaning you have to play that particular part for a certain number of hours in order to complete it, but a number of hours is in you have just a time frame. It would be hours to your combatants rather than you, because time would be scaled differently in the game, obviously. But they could take that route of making it a strategy type game where you have to break down different installations and take over. I can just see this type of setting being a good idea, like where you're waging war in different worlds between humans and Turians. It could, like, that actually would be pretty cool to do it that way too. And I know there are plenty of strategy heads out there that would look at that and be like, "Oh, I like a sci-fi strategy game. I like military strategy games, and this is a combination of the two. Why not?" And I don't know why I didn't think about it before, because it just makes a heck of a lot of sense to go ahead and do it that way too. I mean, again, this is just another option. It's not necessarily what has to be done. It's just another way it could be done. And it's one that I think would be very beneficial to the Mass Effect franchise. Again, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I see the potential in it where it could grow to be as big of a franchise as something like what Star Wars was as far as media is concerned. It could be that for video games. And that's why I'm like, there's so many opportunities to do so much with this. And then on top of that, you don't really have to worry about character creation and all that stuff. You just have to worry about the units themselves, not necessarily the individual units, but the units as a whole, how they operate, what their capabilities are, and how you use them in the field. And that could, again, be very well done. I mean, it's not like there aren't a crap ton of character classes in Mass Effect that this would warrant this, because there are. So you'd have a bunch of different soldiers of different character classes that you can send out, some engineers, soldiers, biotics, everything. Like, you can have those characters, like, not necessarily by name, but you can have them available. And then you could still get reports on, like, for the humans, like reports where certain characters have accomplished certain things during this particular war, and the same thing for the Turians. You can get the exact same thing with some of the known Turian characters in the Mass Effect series. You can hear about their accomplishments through news feeds in the game. Again, like, I just don't know why I didn't think of this in the first place, but it would have made a lot of sense for me to go with this option as well. That's why I did a second one. I don't know, like, I feel like EA has a lot of franchises, and this is one of them, that have a super massive amount of potential, and they just don't use them fully. And it's like the possible ideas that I'm pretty sure someone over there between BioShock and EA has thought of this. Someone has to have thought of this. I know I cannot be the first person that thought of it. I'm pretty much guaranteeing I'm not the first person that's thought of it. And it would be a moneymaker. They could make it free to play, and as much as I dislike this, they could charge for skins for people. Not anything that's going to give you a game-winning advantage, because honestly, that's just not fair to other players. But they could have it set up where you can play through the story, and then you can have real-time battles against other squads. Like, I would love to see that. like, and again, they could put it on mobile, and then they could put it on other platforms after they put it on mobile. I'd suggest going with mobile first, and then maybe bumping it over to PC, and then from there do what you will. But still, it'd be cool to see that happen, and I personally would thoroughly enjoy it. I know I would. Again, it's not something that they have to do, but it gives the world more cohesion, and it allows people to get to know the situations better. But like, it allows you to get more involved in the world of Mass Effect itself. But I mean, that's just my own opinion, and I think that this would be a good choice. But that being said, I don't want to ramble on more than I already have. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out.